How are we keeping, guys, and welcome to the video. Now, it's been a while. I've been sitting down properly and doing a video in front of the camera because I want to get more of these style videos back in again, maybe a bit more kind of regular chats and some simple takeaways from them, and then not have them too long, we'll say. But something that's been on my mind lately, and kind of currently the phase I'm going through right now, is lads wanting to pack on size, packing on muscle, gaining muscle, just getting big, whatever way you want to look at it. Like, believe me, a lot of lads want to be bigger and leaner at the same time, and they just think it's as easy as, oh, I want to get big and strong and lean, I'm just going to start the gym now and do this, this and this, and I think that's going to happen overnight. And I want these next few videos over the next couple of weeks to really show you what muscle gain is really all about and how you can go about it effectively to get the most from your results. And just to get you out of the mind from thinking about days and weeks, and more thinking on a macro level of months and years, and how that's going to really affect your training and, let's say, how you look and your strength and your power for the long term. So yeah, this is what this video series is going to be all about. So with social media these days, whoever you follow, you need to realise, no matter what shape they're in, no matter if they've taken steroids or not, that slow and steady wins the race. You're looking at probably years of consistency. So as long as you keep that in mind, no matter if you're someone you look up to, hopefully they've got there on a natural route. But again, just keep in the back of your mind that that has probably taken years of consistency and adherence, which is probably the most important factors above all. No matter if you were doing a shitty training plan and would say it was suboptimal and you could have made way more progress if you did this plan, as long as you're consistent and you adhere to that plan and you enjoy it and you can be flexible with it throughout your week and you progress on it, you're still going to make more results if you just weren't consistent. So again, that's above everything else. But just a few flaws. The first step is you're probably not lean enough to start with. And the simple fact of this is, if you're not lean enough to start with, if you start trying to get big while having a lot of body fat, you're just going to add more body fat stores on top of that, which is going to make it harder to get off in the long run. And believe me, you don't want that. If your main goal is just to look better with the top off, why would you want to add more body fat on top of body fat? So the leaner the better. And again, in this case, you don't have to see where exactly you are at body fat levels or whatnot, but are you lean enough that you can see your abs? Can you see your top abs? Can you see your middle abs? Can you see your lower abs kinda coming through? Again, if you can see your kind of lower abs kinda coming through, you're definitely in a position to start gaining, until we'll say you can't really see, or you just about can see the outline of your abs anymore. That's kind of like a basic guideline that I go by for my own training and for the guys here as well at Doc Fitness. So again, ask yourself, are you lean enough to start with, to start gaining size in the first place? Then comes the nutritional side of it. The problem with this is that there's no foundations laid, there is no structure to a day, there is no common sense around a lot of things, and there's no knowledge just in relation to what protein does, what carbs do, what fats do. But then from that, the problem becomes is you're just probably not eating enough. And again, I get to that later in more videos in this series, but again, number one, are you lean enough? Number two, are you eating enough calories to gain size? Those people out there that say, I eat all around me and I'm still not putting on weight, putting on muscle, the easiest answer to that is you're not eating enough. As much as you want to dispute that fact, you're just not. Then comes the training, another massive glaring problem. Especially with guys starting out fresh, again, you should just be worried about getting to a routine, getting in the gym, learning the proper movements, learning kind of ballpark figures for getting big and making sure you're actually growing, as the term goes. So again, are you taking assessments? Are you weighing in? Are you taking measurements? Are you taking photos to judge where your progress is at? And again, that's going to come back to like having a coach under that watchful eye. Having a coach under your watchful eye is going to be a massive progression to that. Again, I probably wasted 3 or 4 years of my first training when I started out, just by letting my ego get in the way, let my own stubbornness get in the way, and thinking that I could just follow what my friends are doing and take bits off fucking bodybuilding.com and YouTube and whatnot. And it's all well and good following people. You'll pick up tips and stuff along the way, but not having a plan and structure for where you are right now, what you want to do, it's a no-brainer really for getting onto that coach and progressing yourself tenfold. But the main takeaway I want you to get from this video is they were just kind of laying down some kind of prerequisites for what the video series is going to entail. But now is, well, like, what are the main factors that go into growth? So I'm going to pull out the whiteboard for this one. So firstly, I just want to make you more so just being aware of this stuff, because once you're aware of it, you can kind of tailor your needs towards it, and you just get more from everything. Like, so your get big potential. This is a little graph that will just show you what's at actual play when you want to pack on proper size and muscle. Okay, so by order of importance, roughly, you can probably change a few things around here, however you interpret it. But the main factor at the bottom of the pyramid is genetics, or if somebody is obviously taking something to get bigger. Okay. And this is kind of like the harsh reality with it too. You know yourself, you probably have some friends that haven't even stepped foot in the gym, but their proportions and their size is already savage before they even start training. Imagine the potential they'd had if they got consistent with the routine. Nor myself, where I had feckin' chicken legs, and for me it's a matter of pounding volume into my legs to try and bring those up over time. So again, factor number 1, genetics and drugs. Number 2 is calorie intake. 3 and 4, training and protein. I kind of put these under the one umbrella because yes, you need to be consuming enough calories to grow in the first place, but your training, the calories are only permissive to the training aspect of it. If you're not training right, you're not going to grow effectively. You'll just pack on. Birds are joining me today. You're just going to pack on more fat stores if you're not training right for tissue to grow in the first place. Then obviously you need sufficient protein to grow. Then sleep and stress can come under the kind of one umbrella as well. But again, like if you're not sleeping properly, you're not going to recover properly. If you're stressed, you're not going to recover properly. You're not going to get the maximum out of your training or your nutrition. So you can see all these factors are at play. And then like I said already, like it all depends on kind of where you are with starting body fat levels as well, and how it's going to dictate your growth over time. And the last at the top is your breakdown of macronutrients, micronutrients, nutrient timing, and supplements, and you can see the bigger factors that play at the bottom. So look at the next few videos I pop up are going to play off this, but at least now you know you've kind of something to base off, and hopefully you'll take something from the next couple of videos. And if you haven't yet, give this video a like. I'm going to try and see can I get a bit more active on YouTube as well and get a few more videos out there. And if you have any questions, comments, pop them under below in terms of muscle building stuff. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Bye bye.